Good morning. How is everyone doing? I think I figured it out how people can share. Um, how's everyone been? It's Friday, right? Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend, right? Um, I got my new computer, new monitor. It's like this big, so I'm like still learning. I haven't been on the computer since Oregon Trail. If you guys remember Oregon Trail, it's been a long time. Um, the topic is what is the hardest part about mental health, right? I asked the question yesterday, and then let's go through some of the comments, right? Mandy said, I agree, the living part, right? The living part's the hardest part about mental health. Well, yeah. I mean, we got to keep living, right? Good morning, O'Sullivan. How you been? Um, yeah, it's definitely difficult, right? Marlon says the severity of the symptoms and how you feel enslaved by your own brain. Yeah, that's where this all starts, right? So, what we feel about ourselves, our emotions, um, the negativity that we feed ourselves. You know what I mean? It's not always positive thinking that we have. Sherry says not having anyone to talk to about the thoughts that roll around in your head and make me worse. Well, yeah, no, it is hard. A lot of people won't express to begin with. A lot of people won't express their emotions and feelings to begin with. Solving the topic to start, you know how it always we go wherever we go, but the hardest part about living with mental health. Um, Blake Blake says nobody can see it. You can see a broken arm. You see what's on the outside, but not how they are on the inside. It's very important, right? That's we talk about that a lot. The difference between physical and mental health, how it's treated. You know what I mean? It's not treated the same. Um, Hi Lisa, how are you? It's not treated the same as physical health. You know, that's the sad part. You know, it's the stigma we're trying to break. It's okay, you know. Sullivan loneliness, right? But when you dig into it, right, we're really not alone. You know what I mean? We're really not alone. As I thought, right? I thought I was alone too before I started this page and opened up the internet, you know? You think you're alone until you finally start talking, right? Until you finally start reaching out, until you finally start talking to people, you realize you're not alone at all. You realize this is way bigger than what it seems, you know? There's a lot more people that deal with mental health than we understand. But the only way to understand that and see it is to talk about it, right? I mean, it's very important, you know. That's why I get up so early to do this. Oh, that and plus it helps me, you know. Like yesterday, I kind of had a meltdown. We'll talk about that a little. So it's been a busy week. Every day after work, I've been doing shit. Right. You know, it's a broken arm, leg, finger. You can't physically see a broken brain. That's a great point. You know, that's why it's so important to talk, share our stories. But I came home. Then I had to run and do a job. You know, if you didn't know, I have a junk hauling business, a side business, right? I really don't advertise anymore because it gets overwhelming. You know, so I get to work. I get up in the morning. I do this, right? Do whatever I got to do. Go to work. Come home. I switch trucks, grab my trailer, go to the job, load the shit up, come home. And then my nephew was coming over to put the computer in, and have a routine, right? After work, I run and then do the cold plunge, shower, and then whatever I got to do after that, right? So, like, he was on his way, and I wasn't even ready yet because I wanted to run and do all that shit. And it wasn't his fault, you know. It was not about that. It was me having a meltdown because my plans got broken. Remember I talked about that before, like how I used to be like that. How it used to be like if something went off, because everything's like the way I think, everything's programmed in my brain, right? Everything's do, you know. And I got to the last point of my goals for the day, you know, I mean, or what I had to get done, and then it was thrown off, right? And all I had to do was there's no reason for me to get worked up. All I had to do was just push it back a little bit. You know what I mean? My nephew was, and again, it wasn't his fault, but he was nice enough to come here, so and build my computer, right? You know what I mean? He built me a computer and set it up for me and show me everything. And I couldn't just. Why did I get so mad? Because my schedule got thrown off. You know what I mean? But that's my truth. Like that's what happens to me. That's how I get. I get so worked up about that. And I need to stop that shit because it's not good. Um, I don't know if it's my anxiety or what, but it's okay to get off. You know, to be thrown off a little. But for me, I get so worked up, dude. And then when he came, he put it all in. You know what I mean? And it wasn't about him coming to my house. It wasn't nothing about that. Like, I mean, the guy did me a huge favor, and you know what I mean. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is O'Sullivan. It's annoying. I was talking to my wife, and then I get like so worked up, and I don't know. It sucks. Oh, for sure, man. So different on morning, Adam. Hey, man, I think I got this figured out now. I think you can stream when I invite people. Right there's a button here. It says guests can stream this to their own destination. See if you can do it now. You should be able to now. It says new, so it's new to StreamYard. You have to know, Mackenzie. How you been holding up? Yeah, man. It's that's so Sullivan. When we talk about part of my story, you know, that's a huge part of my story, and um, I don't know. I got to check into that, but man, it just irks me because right in my head, I'm thinking, and I didn't run yesterday. Right, this is the first time I didn't run in like weeks. You know what I mean? And then after I calmed down, after my nephew came, and after he left, I apologized to my wife, and we talked about everything. You know, um, I just got to get better at that. Sorry, I read comments and it fucks me up. Um, where was I going with that? I forget. Yeah, I'm sure we go. Well, yeah, it's different now. So hopefully this works. Not much. Just it's Friday, man. On Monday, I noticed all the symptoms they are very much routine. Yeah, like I'm a very routine person. And my wife, here's the sad part, right? Here's the sad part. My wife had to tell him, like Daniel, because I just got off the phone with her. Right, I left the job. She said, "Text me when you leave the job," and then it wasn't that far. All the guy had all the shit in the driveway, so I texted her and said, "Hey, I'm on my way home. You talked to Daniel and shit," and she said, "Yeah." She said, "I'll call him. I'll call him and tell him when you get home. I'll call him now and tell him, you know, be an hour, come an hour, you know, because he gets in his you know, Travis has a routine, right? You know, um, it's fucking sad that you know that it's got to be like that. Well, he was already on his way, and she didn't want to make him turn around, which I understand because you know he's doing me a favor, right? I mean, even though I paid him and everything, that's besides the point. I got to learn to. I got to learn to cope with that shit. You know, I got to learn to. It's okay to be altered. You know. I don't know, man. That's 3 times this week now. I'm a very, very routine person. It's hard to break, man. Because I'm scared. I'm scared to break the routine. I think that's part of it too. I'm scared to break the routine because if I break the routine, I'm not going to stay with it, right? Like the running thing. If I break the routine, if I miss one day, am I going to go back to the next day? You know what I mean? Am I going to show up again? I think that could be a big part of the problem. Like if I'd miss a live in the morning, am I going to wake up again? Wake up again and do this? Am I going to keep doing this? You know, I can't. I don't know. How are you? Good morning. Yeah, I'm just keep. Oh, what time is that anyway? What time would that be my time? Keep reminding me about that, dude. I don't want to. I don't want to chap you. Yeah, solving for sure. I've always been told anxiety, depression for years, then told possibly bipolar. I mean, I could be bipolar too. Bipolar. Mackenzie, what time is it there? Yeah. So it's what did you say up here earlier? You said well, I missed your comment there. I'm sorry. I get rambling and hey, what's bothering you? Oh, it's a nightmare. What are dreams? You know what I mean? No, I remember plenty of times my wife would get up and yell at me for cheating on her in her dream. So what the hell? I had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, what are dreams? Like when we close our eyes, right? We know where dreams are in reality. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, Adam, if you're still here, I think we're good, dude. I think now we can do it. So, I'm going to use StreamYard to go with you. Oh, I missed this. Out of crap. Okay. All right. Active. OCD. Can't sit still. Gets easily frustrated and annoying. He has no patience. Oh my gosh, it sounds like me. I may even go to the doctor and get checked for ADHD. So, yeah. Yeah, I probably have that too as well. That's your anxiety about my gestures before you come on in the mornings. Maybe do some breathing techniques. Oh, I'm good now, dude. I'm good doing this. Oh, 4 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, that was about you might have came in late, Adam. I don't know. That was last night. That was after I got off work and you know, doing 2 jobs, doing my full-time job, coming home, running my business, and then I had to, get my battery. I had so much other shit I got to do. I'm very, 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 very organized, routine person, man. Constantly being in survival mode every day, day in, day out, instead of enjoying everything. Yeah, you have to, right? You have to take it day by day. Still in breath, yeah. Oh, it's kind of weird, right? So it's kind of like I can't fight or flight since my attack. Yeah, it's kind of like um hmm. That's weird. Next time a nightmare, I was being chased, but I couldn't. Okay, so you either got to fight. Yeah, I mean that's how life is in general, right? If you think about it, I was just kind of breaking this down, Um, in life, that's how we have choices with everything, right? You know, we can either fight our problems or run away from them. We can either fight physically or try to talk it out. It's a good point though. Fight or flight. That's a great topic. Adam, what time is it here? It's 4:14 in the morning, bro. I started 4 in the morning. Um, yeah, I mean, I do need to get a little more organized in there. I write this shit on scrap paper, but there's no organization. I have like 15 pages of just notes, and there's no real there's no real I never know how to join. I can't work. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna do that. All right, well, yeah, we can walk you through it. So, did you click on the link? Yeah, I like more people to come up. I enjoy that. I mean, I like to hear what people are going through. I mean, how people are doing, what their ideas are. Yesterday was very powerful. That's the first time I ever had anyone tell me that. Is that my time, Adam? 4 p.m. Yeah, click on the link. I gotta do it too, so I can tell you. Morning, Hammer. How are you? All right, Adam, I'll write that down. Next Friday, 4 p.m. I get off work at I'll be pushing it, dude. Or I might have to come in there a couple of minutes late. Oh, but I'll tell you, I'm gonna do something. All right, resend the link. All right. If I copy this there, you guys should see this monitor. It's like a big screen TV, dude. Holy hell! I had to shrink the damn. See, there should be two. Like, I'm streaming now to YouTube too. I don't really have any followers on there, but if I can stream to two places, why not, right? Yeah, it won't be that late, dude. Does the camera look out of focus? I don't know. But yeah, new technology. I'm new to all this. I've been out of the computer game for a while. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know why that is. I don't know how to fix it. What we can do, I don't know why I did that. Adam, how do I fix that, boss? Send me the link. Yeah, okay. Appreciate you. All right, man. Be cool. Let me if I turn the camera off, maybe, I don't know. Bizarre. Oh, what's up?
Hello.
You got your
I got my bed head on. I've just woke up.
you just wake up?
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes past 8 in the morning here. It's a bit late for you, Travis.
Yeah. I'm always up early, huh?
So I just wanted to try the link because I'm absolutely hopeless with technology. And I've like tried a couple of times. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And
Did you get it now?
I got it now, but like you're talking about this morning just being like in routine and things are set in your mind. I'm like frustrated because I want to go back to Facebook. I've lost you. What happened?
There we go. Good.
I lost you there a minute ago.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, now the camera's better. I think had to refocus it. I don't know. I had to click down, and come back. But yeah,
Yeah.
the
I just
Facebook
wanted
thing-
to try it.
yeah, the Facebook thing is nice, but this one I don't know how to bring people up on Facebook.
Well, it's not like, honestly, I don't mean that like I want to, but you know, in my mind, you're talking about things just being set in your mind. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it was so easy for me to understand how to do that. So I still watch and join in every morning, but it's like a little bit of frustration because I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to freaking work this technology shit. So, can we not just go back to Facebook? Where
No,
is
it's good now. Now you got it right.
Yeah, so I just wanted to try it this morning. It's like
Yeah.
for my own, can I do this? Can I work
Yeah.
this technology?
Yeah, and then you can come up to it without your camera on too. A lot
Yeah.
of people, like a lot
I
of
don't
people.
mind. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
mind coming up. I mean, I've done my hair last night, had a shower and all that. So I know I'm just awake, but I'm not that scary, Travis.
No. I just don't make people. I just want people to know that they're out. They can do that, because
No, I know.
some people get
I
whatever the
know.
case may be.
Anyway, it's been some really good topics this week on the chat, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things.
Absolutely. The guy the other night, his live was I just
Yeah,
kind of logged on and I was like, oh my god. And see, by the end of the 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I was like buzzing.
yeah, it was pretty. You mean the Travis?
Yeah, it was just so uplifting and just really nice to hear somebody just doing so well and turning it around.
Yeah, he's I joined. If you guys want to join his page, I'm gonna try to. I was talking to him yesterday a little bit, and I shared his video. Do you see his video? He's walking, and I shared it on the page. I don't know how much shit gets seen on the page because some days, like I talked about this 1,000 times, but some days posts reach people, some days they don't. So I don't know. I don't know
No.
the algorithms. I don't know how it works. It's annoying as hell. But he wanted me to share that for him. And then with his group, I couldn't figure out there's not a share button. You know what I mean? Like my group, there's a share button.
Yeah.
His group has like a like, comment, and send. So then I had to figure out how to like copy it. I'm still learning myself. Like if you
Oh.
can see this monitor, I'm telling you, this thing is so big. It's like a small TV.
Oh, that's
And-
cool. So I must look massive on your screen
no, I
then.
have it like I
You're
have
like
it
this.
yeah, I have it minimized, right? So it's not so damn big.
Oh, thank God.
Like I could sit by the door and be able to see the screen perfect.
Well, I
Yeah,
can't
but
wait to. I can't wait too long this morning because I just popped in to say hi and to try and figure out the technology.
yeah.
I've slept in a little bit because obviously the children start school at 9 o'clock. So I've been really struggling really badly with my pain, like really badly. I still get up, obviously, still get up and I still keep going
Right.
because you've just got to, right? I'm a mum of 3 children. Like, I can't really. I'd love to be able to well, I don't know if I'd love to be able to do nothing because living with chronic pain, I think you said your your dad's still here, right?
Oh yeah. My dad, yeah, he
Yeah.
deals with that stuff.
Yeah, so I think I remember you saying your dad deals with chronic pain, so it's really tough. It's
Yeah.
just, sorry for swearing, but it's fucking relentless. It's just relentless. So I would say the last 6 months, my pain is just, I don't really know where it's coming. Obviously, I've had 2 hip replacements, and I had them when I was young from a baby, but the pain level is just, I can't even describe it. So last night I went to bed and I was still awake at 2:30. Just you know, it's like my back and my legs are on fire. That's all I
Right.
can. They're on fire, and I can feel like little muscles just whoop, whoop, like little
Yeah, yeah.
bubbles. Anyway, it's really annoying and it's really painful. And I'd be lying if I said it's not sort of getting me down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's every day. Like, so you wake up,
Yeah.
every day you wake up, oh, I'm going to be in pain again. Speaking of that, when I would sleep, right, prior to running, I would have restless legs. You ever have that? I got to move my legs back and forth. You know what I mean? And like rub my
Well,
feet together. You know what I mean?
well,
It's
I'm
so annoying.
kind of experiencing that now. Like I've never had it before, so there's been a couple of times where I've tried to just be relaxing, watching the telly, and I can't sit. Like I'm shaking and moving my legs, and it's like they're on fire.
Yeah, so it's so weird because it don't happen until I lay down.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when you're lying down, it just kicks in. Anyway, yeah, it's been a struggle. So, like the other day, I was on the live listening to the chat, and I was going to work, and I was excited to go to work. Like I've told you, I'm enjoying my new job. I'm loving my new job. It's just great. But it was like I needed a shower.
Yeah.
Like I needed a shower. The pain. I was just awake. I'm only awake like not 30 minutes an hour. The pain's there. The pain wakes up with me. The pain goes to sleep with me. And I'm like, I need a shower. And my mind's like, oh, don't go for a shower. Just get dressed and go out to work. But you're feeling shitty. You're tired. And I had to like, that way you're just literally having to push until, self talk and say, right, Julie, if you don't go for the shower, you're going to still feel crap. You're still going to be in pain. You're probably not going to you're not going to feel good. If you go for the shower, you're going to feel, you're still going to feel the pain, but you're going to be fresh, as in
Yeah.
you can like shake some of this stuff away in your mind. You can kind of reset. So, yeah, a lot of it has just been trying to push through the pain and, yeah. But anyway,
Every day. Yeah. I get it. You got to, that's the things that we talk about. Like I said that a couple times, like there's things we know that help us, right? But we're so reluctant to do it. But the things that
yeah,
are bad for us, we have no problem doing, right?
yeah.
You know what I
So,
mean? We have no problem doing them.
oh, absolutely.
But it's
So this,
because it's uncomfortable, right? Because you're doing things that are good, but it seems like everything that's good for you is a lot of work,
oh, well, it's
right?
exactly like
It's
if you
it's not
do
hard.
bad,
It's not hard to sit on the couch and just look at your phone, right? It's a lot
no,
harder to get up and start moving
oh,
and
it
running
is.
and doing whatever you got to do.
It's like a mental challenge, isn't it? It's like doing the bad things is really easy. It's so
Yeah, it's
easy.
weird.
But doing the good things for us, it is. And I guess over the last little while for myself, that's what's helped me get a little better. Constantly pushing and going against what your mind is saying. Oh, just do it tomorrow.
Right.
Or phone somebody tomorrow. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like saying no, I'm going to do it, and it's not like it doesn't come easily. Like you say, like, oh great, I'm going to do it. I feel amazing about doing it. It's like a mental battle
Yeah.
to do it. Just and when you do it, you feel good for it, and then when you get that little feeling, and you think, oh well, that actually was good. You might battle again with it, but the more you do it, the
Hmm.
easier it gets, right? It
Yeah.
sort of becomes
Yeah.
a routine, like your
Exactly. The
morning
more you do it and
mornings.
you see results and how it helps you, it's so easy. Like I
Yeah.
was so frustrated yesterday. I didn't run and do the cold plunge, but then I
Mm.
thought about it, like my right leg when I run all the time, like after the half mile and a half, like my shin splint's really, really bad. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe it was good to have a day off. You know what I mean? Give my legs a rest.
Oh, if I probably. So this morning, I'm going to need to get the kids are awake, so they're just like chilling, waiting up. We'll get the school uniform on, and then we'll get on with the day. But for a long time, the pain's been happening, and I've tried to go to the gym, right? Like,
Hmm.
do you call the gym the gym?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right. So that's a word that we've got in common. You guys go to the gym,
yeah,
and I go to the gym, and I don't know what I'm doing, right? I've never been
yeah.
to a gym in my life.
They won't help you?
No, they will help me.
Okay.
They will help me, but in my mind, I'm like, right, your body's not great. The muscles are weak. You know, you need to start building muscles to be stronger. It might reduce. It'll probably reduce your pain. So this is what I'll do. But I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm not really getting anywhere. And I've ended up sort of not doing it.
I used to get
But
really bad anxiety in the gym.
yeah, because everybody looks like they know what they're doing and they're all
They don't have
walking.
a person that will take you around and help you.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think because because my body's slightly different from just a normal working body, I suppose I just shut down a wee bit and get a bit embarrassed and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But anyway, I'm going this morning for the first time to see a medically trained personal trainer. Like, I reached out to him like a week and a half ago because I don't want, it's like the depression, right? I
Yeah.
don't want to stay in this place. Like, I don't want to stay in this place. My body is never going to, I'm never going to have, my own hips. I've had two hip replacements. I accept that. But if I can make my body the best that it can be, like my body can be, to help reduce the pain, to make me stronger, to give me a better quality of life, I'm willing to do it. So that's what I'm doing this morning. And I do feel a
Right.
little bit nervous, but why should I? I do
Uh,
feel nervous, but it'll be
One,
good, right?
yeah, one thing about the gym, just the same thing, and it's the same thing in life, right? This is what I learned about going to the gym. One, it don't matter how much weight you're lifting, right? It don't matter how far you can stretch. None of that shit matters, right? Because it's your journey, right?
Yeah.
When you look at all them people around you lifting heavy weights or doing, say 100 push-ups and you only can do one, right? They all started at one. You know what I mean? You think people just woke up and could do 100 push-ups? You think people who just woke up and
No,
can lift 300 pounds? No,
absolutely.
they started. Everyone has a day one, right?
Hmm.
Everyone has a day one. You just got to get through day one to get to day two. Get through day two, get to day three. That's
Yeah.
how life is. And don't worry about anybody else in that gym. You know what I mean? Just focus
So,
on you. You're there for you, right? Just be proud that you walked in the place. You know what I mean?
so the good thing is, this man, he lives in our local area, right? Like I'll drop the children at school and then just drive a couple of yards, and he has his own. Well, we will eventually maybe go to the gym together to do like whatever program he's going to
Right.
put in place. But today I'm sort of going for an assessment. I know the guy. He's a really lovely guy. He's a married man. He's got a couple of children. And actually, how I got to know this guy is because, well, I talk to everybody, Travis, right? So you probably get that by now.
That's all right.
Well, not when I'm really depressed. I'll still talk, but I mean, I'll be like, not really talking to anybody. But when I'm
Yeah.
not depressed and I'm doing okay, I like people, or a people person. So this young guy and his wife have a son and a daughter, but their son is struggling with like ADHD. They don't have their kid assessed yet, but they're in the system to be assessed. And obviously, me and Adam and other people from the UK, we've told you like what the system's like over here, and it's the same in America, I would imagine. I don't know, like for people that need to. For in America, people that don't have insurance, they don't have money, they don't have access to these private services. I mean, you can wait forever. But anyway, this is how I got to talk to this family, just through the children and through ADHD. And yeah, so he's a good guy. And today is, I'm looking at I'm looking at it as like this is hopefully the beginning of a health journey for me, because I need somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody that knows how to help somebody with like disabilities. So I'm excited, and obviously I'm impatient. I mean, I want it to be like, I want it now.
Yeah, that's another thing when it comes to working out and exercises and everything else. It takes time, right? Everything takes time, and we always want that end goal right away.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
especially the way society is now. Everybody wants that fast 15 minutes of fame. You know, they want the results right now. It's a process. Don't worry about the results, right? First, worry about what it's going to do for you mentally. You know what I mean? What it's going to do for you mentally, what it's going to do for your soul, and then what that the other shit on the outside will come. Another
Yeah.
thing, another advice, I tell my wife this too. She go to like Pilates classes. You ever heard about Pilates?
Well, he's talking about maybe a little bit of Pilates, because
Yeah, it's
I'm
good for
stiff
you.
by movement.
Yeah, and you stretch, but
Yeah.
it's like your own body weight. You know what I mean? So you're using your own body weight. And what I told her to do is like, you know, these classes are expensive. So you learn what you learn, right? And then you can do it at home, right?
Yeah.
So get all the knowledge that you can, even if it takes you a year. And then you won't have to
Exactly.
go no more because you can do it at home. You get the shit you need. You can do it at home. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's definitely good what you're doing. I mean, especially if you feel like a little
I,
lost in the gym, you know what I mean? So
oh,
having someone to guide you,
but it's
and
not like,
he'll know better than me, you know what I mean? He'll know better than well, both of us of
well,
what you
exactly,
need, you know.
because people that are living with chronic pain, or they've got like a certain condition, it's not like, I mean, I could go into the gym and I could actually do more damage
Yeah,
than
exactly.
good. So obviously I should have done all this work a long time ago, right?
Yeah, don't
Because
worry about that though.
no, I know, absolutely, I'm not. The doctors told me for years, Julie, you have to build the muscle. You know, you need to, because if you don't have strong muscle, that affects your joints. Your condition's not going to get any better. It will get worse as you get older. But
Mhm.
sometimes, for me, I'm, I just have to, like, I know you don't like that thing where you have to get to rock bottom. Now I'm not in rock bottom, right? But for it's the same thing that you just said 5 minutes ago. Why am I going to do anything that's good for me? Because I'd rather not. You know, it's stupid, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just back to that again. All
Well,
that
it's
stuff's good for me, but I'm not doing it.
yeah, it's just our minds fighting each other, you know.
Yeah. So
You got the one
basically,
mind, you got the one part of your brain telling you to do it, and then the other part of the brain say, "Hey, just sit here." You know what I mean?
exactly.
Do it, sit
So
here, do it, sit here.
So I've had enough. I've had enough. And maybe sometimes for me, it's always been this way for me since I've been a young girl. I've always got to get to a place where I've had enough. I've had enough. I
That's all
can't
right though.
cope. Yeah, I can't cope anymore. I can't take it anymore. It's becoming too overwhelming. And I just, and I don't know about you, Travis, right? But when that mindset changes for me,
Yeah.
right, and I focus, it's like I go for it.
Here's one thing. I realized what I was doing wrong. You know what I mean? When it comes to all this shit in life, even if it's physical or mental, you know, getting better, you know, getting our bodies better, getting our eating right. It's a journey, right? It's a journey.
Absolutely.
I think sometimes why it gets so overwhelming and why we stop doing it, right? It's because we don't see the results we want right away. So like
Mm,
if for me, like I always weigh myself, you know what I mean?
right.
Every day, every day, every day I weigh myself. You know what I mean? Oh, I lost a pound. Oh, I gained a pound. Oh, I lost a pound. Oh, at the end of the week. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you lose a pound, you gain it. Don't fuck that scale, right?
Yeah, that's
Just
crazy.
throw the scale away. Weigh yourself once a month, right? Because that don't
Yeah,
matter. What matters is what's happening here and inside, right? And the rest of this shit will
it'll
come, you know what I mean, when it's time.
exactly. I know. So I'm excited. I'm
But it's a head
excited,
game,
right?
you know what I mean?
And exactly like you say, it's a journey. Like, obviously it's not going to happen overnight. And but the thing is, I'm at the place now where I'm willing to put the work in. And I've put the work in other areas of my life. I know things can get better. Anything
Yeah.
can get better if you put the work in. Things are not perfect for anybody, but things can get better if you put the work in. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I've
I
put the
mean,
work in,
it's day one.
and it's day one. and I'm going in like 1 hour. So yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I need to pull myself together, but I don't need to pull myself together. The main thing is I just turn up. I
Yeah,
turn
it don't
up.
matter what you look like, just show up.
No, I don't mean what I look like. Obviously,
Oh,
physically, I'm, you know, physically, it's really difficult right now.
oh, okay, I got you.
Like getting up, getting
Yeah, yeah.
out the door. My body just wants to go back down and sleep and rest. It's in so much pain, but I just keep getting up and I just keep pushing through it.
We'll probably have you
And
do a lot of stretching, I believe.
yeah, I don't do anything at the minute, Travis, apart from nothing.
Yeah, if you start stretching, you'll start seeing a difference in how your mobility is. You know what I mean? If you have back pain, same with back pain and like all that shit. It's a lot of it comes down to just stretching. Your body's so used to being
Yeah,
tensed up. You ever hang upside down on one of them machines? Invert table. You ever do that? Anyone ever do an invert table where you put your feet up top and then you hang up, right? So you sit in it, like say I'm like this, right? I sit in it, but then I lean back, right? And then your legs go up like this. So your legs are in the air and you're locked in, right? And just think of it, all that pressure on your back, because you're always standing up, right? So all that
yeah.
pressure on your back just,
So it's like a stretch.
yeah, and then it relieves all the pressure that's coming down on your back. You only can do it. You're only supposed to do it for so many minutes, but yeah,
Wow.
it's called an inversion table.
I need to go because I need to get the kids out to school. But
Well, I appreciate you coming up here,
I
and best
know
of
there's
luck. I'll be live
another
tomorrow morning. Let me know how your first day went.
another thing. Before I go, right? Another day I'll maybe. Well, I will bring it up. I'll not bring it. Can't talk about it today because I need to go. But so I watched a documentary last night, and it's probably in in the UK. You know how sometimes they bring out documentaries in the US and it's like about a
Yeah.
person's life, and
Mhm.
sort of everybody's watching it. So there was a documentary I watched last night, and it was heartbreaking,
What's
and
it called?
it made me think of the page. Right, it was about a young man, and he was married with 3 beautiful children, and he'd been in this marriage for 20 years. If Adam's on the page, he might have seen it advertised, and I don't know if he watches a lot of telly, but he might have seen it advertised in the British telly. It was about this man that was being abused by his wife, like physically and mentally tortured for 20 years
By his wife?
by his wife. And I know, and oh, it was heartbreaking, but
What's it called? What's it called?
I'd need to go and I'd need to go and I can't remember. I'd have to go and look it up.
Yeah,
But
message me later.
it was it was a lovely guy. He had a great job. She had a good job. She had a lot of trauma in her life as a young girl, right? And there was probably abuse there in her life when she was younger. And then she became the abuser to her husband. So
Right.
I mean, he he secretly done some filming and he kept it away, right? And it was a friend that he opened up to a friend. This woman actually called his friend and said he's he's a fucking alcoholic. He's fucking beating me. Blah blah blah. Right. So the friend says, "Okay, I'm going to come over and see you guys." Talks to the wife. She's making out as if it's all him. Then the man said, I'll speak to you guys separately. Takes the husband out for a walk because it's his friend. It's not
Mm-hmm.
her friend. It's his
Right.
friend. He notices the man's got bruising all over his face, and the young man opens up and he says, she's been hitting me for a long time. But he was such a kind guy that he didn't want to get her into trouble. He didn't. But first, he said in the interview he didn't really know why he was keeping the evidence. He thought he was
Yeah.
anyway. The thing that kind of made me think about, because you only hear, you don't often hear about the men that,
Right.
like, so it's all about women and women's abuse, and you just so don't often hear about men. And That woman, she abused him, battered him, kicked him, spat on him daily in front of the three children, right? Three beautiful wee girls, and it was so normalised for those children that they still played with their dollies in and around when this was all happening. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, send me the name of that.
Yeah. Well, the what made me think of it was about men. You know, like men just maybe not talking out,
Right.
everything being. You know, I don't really know where to go from that.
Yeah.
Just made me think.
I mean, I'm sure it goes on, but with both, both ways, maybe more towards the woman, but it still happens to men as well,
Oh, it happens to men, and maybe it's like men are so maybe they won't speak out because
Well, who
they're
wants to admit that their old lady's beating them? Well, I say old ladies, the girlfriend or
yeah.
whatever beating them up.
Oh, it was horrendous. Like she was evil.
I'd be really interested in that and see why he stayed.
Oh, he just came across the sweetest, gentlest guy. I mean, it was really obvious. The police arrested her, and she went in, and she had an answer for everything. She tried to blame everything on him. I mean, he had evidence all over his body. He had video footage of it happening around the children. She had nothing, but she never got away with it. But do you know what? She only went to prison for 4 years. 4 years for what she done. So in the UK, if you do go to prison for 4 years, right, you can serve half of that. So she could have served 2 years. 2 years. 2 years for what she done to that man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let me know what that. Let me know what that is. I'm interested in watching that.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's on the British UK, but if you were to go onto YouTube and type these things up, you'll get it on YouTube. You get everything on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll be able to see it probably on Netflix too, huh?
It's not on Netflix. It's on one of the British, like BBC, Channel 5. It's on like British telly, but you'll get it on YouTube.
Right.
Okay, I better go. Got my appointment. Children still need to get out to school, and I've got 15 minutes.
Well,
I'll do it.
Best of luck.
Right, okay, how do I log out of this thing now? Oh, I just press leave.
Yeah, I can remove you. Have a good one. Be safe.
Yeah, I'll still listen in while I'm getting the kids. So have a good weekend, and I'll see you
guys. Too. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, see you on the chat. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, I'm interested in that, Sometimes it goes both ways, Abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, it goes both ways. We can't argue that, right? Maybe it's more man to woman, but definitely both ways. Brain has just let me sleep in 2 days. Looking forward to some rest. Yeah, Jennifer. Hopefully, what's keeping you up? What's been bothering you? There's the link if anybody else wants to come up. I'm gonna right back and get some more coffee. If anyone wants to come up and talk, there's the link. All right, I'm back. Jennifer, borderline personality disorder. Work has been crazy. Is work what overwhelms you? Is work what gives you the most anxiety? Sydney, bad night. Get to see you. Best of luck with that. Hopefully, you know, I know a lot of people switch therapists, psychiatrists, because the one they had they don't like or it's just not working out. What's up, Adam? I sent the link if anyone wants to join. Yeah, we can have a bunch. At one point, I'd like to have I want to have I can have maybe 10 people up here. I think that'd be cool to have a big discussion, man. What when it comes to work, what about the work that gives you that? Yeah, Adam, you should be able to share this now. There's a new thing. There's a new thing I found. You should have no problem sharing this to your Facebook now. I got it all figured out. Oh, okay. He passed. Is that why he had to switch? Sorry, I have 3 conversations going on. It'd take me a minute. All right, bro. Cool. Yeah, let me know if you can. You should be able to share it to your thing now. You'd be able to share it to 3 destinations. I'm pretty sure. That's good. That's figured out. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Topic. Get back to the topic real quick. I know somewhere who decides she's looking to make everyone's life out. Yeah. Oh, you work in IT? Well, computer stuff. Where am I going here? Well, nice. If I have any other if I have any problems, can you do that from home, or do you got to do that on the job? Good morning from Ontario. What's the weather like in Ontario? Probably freezing still, right? This temperature or this weather is bizarre. This week has been cold as hell. Last week was in the 70s, and now you work all week, and then you got to go in the hospital. I mean, the hospital. I'm reading comments and talking. You work all week, and then it rains on the weekend, right? So now we got to play with rain. Oh, it's all right, Jennifer. I get it. Well, best of luck, Heather. I don't know why you're in the hospital, but fully remote. Yeah, that's nice, right? In Florida, beautiful Florida. You're in the same. Oh, that's where you're at now. Are you all right? Are they taking care of you? I'm sure. I've never been to one, but I'm sure there's all kinds of. Yeah, that's good to hear. Stay positive. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. Well, that's good. Them homes or psych ward or wherever. Sometimes you're in the hands of the nurses and doctors, right? They're just like people, right? Sometimes we don't always treat each other with the best. There's Adam.
All right, brother.
What's up, bro? Could you share it to your page now?
Let me just have a look. Oh, here we go.
Should be good, dude.
Just bear with.
It's nice, but can add to depression when there's no more. Yeah, Jennifer, that's a good point. That's a very good point that you bring that up, because after COVID, right? A lot of people started working from home, right? And my wife is one of them. And a lot of people, when I bring that up, they're like, "Hey, man, how does she like that working at home?" But she does sales and stuff, right? So there's a lot of interaction sometimes with people. So I can get that though. You know what I mean? Like I'm outside all day going around. Like my job consists of driving a lot, being on the road, dealing with the public, the motorist, everything. You know, I get home, I don't want to go nowhere. Right? Like on the weekends, she drives because I drive every day. So I could get your point to that. You know, and that's something you gotta pay attention to. You know, because you are at home all day. You know, I definitely understand that. You talked about working out. I have weights now. I'm trying to cope with depression. No job. I'm a mother recovering from a stroke, living with me. Yeah, I mean, whatever helps you, bro. Cruise, whatever helps you. You don't even have to lift weights, man. Take a walk, take a jog, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever. It just helps me release all that anger and pain or whatever else frustration I'm going through. Yeah, that's how it happened with my wife. Like at first, it was an option. I mean, here's the problem. Here's what happens. So her company's going to save so much more money with them working at home, right? For one, there's more space because that whole office is gone now, right? That whole wing of the building is gone. That was offices. You had all that electricity being used because every person in the office had computers, printers, all that shit. So they're saving a shit ton of money, right? Because now we're using my TV, or I mean my electricity. You know what I mean? My space. So yeah, I mean it's a no-brainer for companies.
Yeah, I'm now streaming it.
You're good now.
Yeah.
About time, dude.
So it needed
Yeah,
laptop.
Jennifer, for sure. That's a good thing. It said it's new too. When I clicked on that thing, you got to click it before you send the link, but it says new. So, Zook, did you ever get back to me about that? I still didn't forget about your buddy, man. Let me think of his name. Kyle. Now, was that in 2003? Because I found a Kyle from Miller Street. All right, 2003, and I can't find the obituary, dude. That's all I can get. But if you can give me that date, what else was I wanted to ask you about that? I still want to find that obituary for you, dude. I didn't forget. But it was definitely, I found a Kyle that was 14. And it was Willow Street. Oh, that was him. Okay, cool, man. I gotta do something. Now I know that. Now I know that he was in Willow Street. Kyle King. Yeah, I still have it here in my notes. Now, when I looked that up, I found that, but it wouldn't give me no more information. Like maybe not everyone does an obituary, do they? Probably not. But yeah, dude, it's definitely I'm close.
Yeah. Next week there's gonna be 7 of us on camera.
Yeah, that's what I want, dude. I want that because there's so much conversation you can have, you know.
Yeah.
One day we'll get there, you know. Good morning, Michelle.
Of course.
What are your plans for today, Adam?
What's my plans? Well, obviously I've not long woke up because kids thought it was playtime at 3 o'clock this morning. So
There's
it's
nothing
like
wrong with that, right?
brilliant. But I think we're just gonna clean up and same shit, different day, innit?
Yeah, right. Anything different? It's a Friday.
Yeah, and obviously I'm gonna be live tonight anyway.
Where you go live at then? Are you gonna be on the Facebook too?
No, I'm gonna be on YouTube.
You don't. Why can't you stream to Facebook too?
Because obviously I'm not paying for StreamYard. I'm only on the free package.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm using YouTube tonight, but next week I'm going to be using Facebook.
Yeah, it sucks. You got to pay for everything, dude. See, my nephew hooked this up. He hooked up OBS. You ever hear about that?
Yeah.
OBS Studios. Well, he showed me it, and it's like on a different planet, dude. Like I can't figure all that shit out. You got to drag the screen. You got to add this. You got to copy shit. Blah blah blah. StreamYard's for people like me that don't know much about anything.
Yeah. James Hollis is going to be on next week as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's coming on.
Yeah, see, now you're on your page so people can see, right? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. James, are you tuning in on the Mental Health Warriors or are you tuned in on Travis's?
He's from the U.S. Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen James on here, so he might be on yours. That's cool if it works because we finally got to figure it out.
Let me just check. Let me just flick over onto the Warriors. It's good having two devices so they can check.
Am I on your page, dude?
I don't know if you're liking it. I don't know.
I gotta find that out now, right now.
Yeah. James is tuned in on the Warriors. He's tuned in. So there you go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we're good now.
We're good. What I'll do is I'll just flick over to Facebook. You've got a messenger on that device you're using, don't you?
On my phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm following your page. I don't know why. Yeah, we're good now, dude. It's just, that's good to know. We'll get it all worked out, right? Oh, you said you just woke up. But yeah, that's good, dude. That's what we wanted, man. We got it all figured out now. Yeah, that OBS thing. What time is it here? Well, if you're in Florida, we're on the same time. I got 5 a.m. I start these lives at 4 a.m.
There you go. There you go. I've just sent you a link to our page.
James wants to know, is it going to be on Facebook Live?
No, it's going to be just on YouTube. But obviously, because I'm not paying for StreamYard, you see. So it's just going to be YouTube. But obviously, if I can get a bit of help, because obviously I can't afford $25 on my own, then I'll be able to stream on Facebook as well.
Yeah, because they have a thing. If you buy the whole year out, it's like you save $60, but it's like $200 some, dude.
Exactly.
I just did it for the month to see what it was like, because my nephew was going to hook that OBS up, but he was here yesterday. I don't know if you heard me, but he was here yesterday setting that up, and I was like, dude, that's just way too much for me, dude. StreamYard is so simple, you know what I mean? You just put the link in there. It's way easier.
Yeah, I had someone in Australia teaching me about this new site where it's literally very, very little, but you can little price, but you can stream pretty much unlimited anywhere.
Yeah, see that OBS is free.
No,
James
no,
has a question. James, did you see James's question there?
How do my students and family, friends, and fans tune in? What I'll be doing, obviously I've already done it. Today I will be promoting the link, and I will actually be tagging James in that post. I'll be tagging everyone that's going to stream, going to be live with me tonight in that post, and I'll be putting the link of where we're actually going to be streaming from, and I'm going to put a direct link in that post, a direct link. So all you need to do is just click that link and you're there. As long as you're signing on YouTube.
So that's how it can be for anybody then, right? Not just the guy involved.
Yeah.
And then I can share it. What I can do is I can share it from there. If we're going to use StreamYard, right?
Yeah, we're using StreamYard, yeah.
And then I can since now we can do different destinations.
Of course.
Right? I can share it. I can probably share it to your page. You know what I mean? For you. And then share it to my page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, next week I'm going to be using Facebook anyway, so happy days.
Oh, okay, cool then. Yeah. We're getting there.
We're getting there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all new for me. Like, I don't even know how you make them. Oh,
it's easy if you get your head around it. It's too easy.
Like, how do you make them thumbnails? Like, I don't even know how you do that.
Oh, the thumbnails, easy. What I use is an app called Canva.
Canva.
Canva. That's what I use, and like for example, I'm just gonna show you. I've just seen that you followed. Brilliant.
Like you see, I put the new logo up here. That logo I added instead of the bird, the StreamYard bird.
We're in the UK. I'm up in the northwest. I'm near Manchester.
Yeah, James, exactly. Anything's easy when you know how to do it, right?
Yeah, right. I'll just show you, for example. Um,
I'm working on my UK accent. That-
like for example, like I'll show you that picture there.
yeah, that's what made me think about it.
Yeah, that's tonight's poster.
Yeah,
That I created that myself.
yeah.
Yeah, I created that, and that's I use Canva for that, and that's what I do.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to figure out what time it is on this damn thing. No, but it's definitely a learning process, right? And
God.
yeah, I wish I could speak with accent. You bloody
I do
bastard.
not have an accent. I don't have an accent.
Yeah, don't have an accent. Yeah, I don't sound right. I sound Amish or something. There you go, Adam. Is that how that works?
So if they click on that picture,
I think he wants to know how like his people, his
no,
followers.
no. In the post itself, obviously the picture's going to be underneath, but obviously above it is where all like for example, I'll show you now. Start with. You see all that writing above that picture? All that writing. I know it's small print. The link is in there. But obviously what I'll be doing is I'll be resharing it. I'll be resharing it. But the YouTube link is there. Like for example, there's a link there. So obviously I'll click it. It'll take you straight to it.
Yeah.
Straight to it, just like that. Just like that.
So James, yeah, he's saying anyone can click that link, any guest or whoever you want to know that you're there, you know what I mean?
What do you mean I sound Australian?
No, that was me.
That was me. It's probably because I speak to a lot of Australians.
No. She was talking to me, Adam, when I try to talk like you.
All right, okay.
Even my family never knows about Depression Philippines.
Yeah. I'll do that now. Bear with. Yeah, I'll go and do that now.
John, related to this topic, only a few minutes. John, do you talk to your family about depression? Or is it like taboo to talk about? Like, are they open about it in the Philippines? A little country me, James. I'm in PA. I mean, it's not really. I grew up in the city, but I'd say yeah, I'm like in between the city and I don't know. It's hard to explain. Have you ever been to PA? You know, you ever been to Lancaster? You ever heard of Lancaster? I don't know where you're from, James. That's funny though.
There you go.
I'm just a good old boy.
Yeah. So if you click that link, it will take you straight to the direct link for tonight's show. Literally direct. So I've made it really easy.
Yeah. I didn't realize how southern the Florida accent was. From Orlando.
Yeah, I haven't created next week's show just yet. I haven't created it, but I'm going to. I'm going to create it.
What's the topic again?
Next week, we're talking about behind the mask of many voices.
Right.
Yeah, so like different identities where obviously we're trying to like fit in with others.
Right here, James, right here. John, can you see that up there on the screen? John's from the Philippines.
Related this topic. Oh, hang on. I was reading that.
There's people from all over the world here.
I'll go back. No worries, I'll go back.
World here, James. We have a lady, Pauline. She joins from Kenya.
You know what? And that's very interesting what John's put. Families don't understand when we're struggling because obviously all they want is what's best for us, and they think we can be strong all the time. But no, we're not. We're allowed to be upset. But obviously, when I was down, when I was emotional, my mum just went to shop every time and got me a beer. And that was the answer to absolutely everything from when I was the age 11. And she did that every single time. But now I'm over 80 days sober and she's out of my life.
Right.
So yeah.
John, they didn't accept the fact that you were seeing another man. Is that what I'm getting out of this? Because you had a boyfriend instead of a girlfriend. So they didn't accept you for that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what you mean there. I mean, what
I'm getting from that is obviously he's got a boyfriend and his family doesn't accept that. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Julie. It's not been easy. Exactly. And that's where the stigma lies. When they keep saying snap out of it, stop feeling sorry for yourself, and us men saying us men being told to man up and all that, it's all triggers. Nobody should be ever saying things like that.
It don't make no sense.
All we want is support.
Yeah, Jennifer, we understand what you're going through. You know what I mean, and it's pretty cool that your dad gets it, right? But your mom, it's weird that your mom don't, right?
Yeah.
Most dads you think would be like, oh no, you know, blah blah blah, and the mom would be more supportive. But every situation is different, you know.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, John, what's the date matter, right? I don't understand why you go back to 2018. I mean, are you a different person now? I mean, what does it really matter? Who you love? Does it really matter what you're attracted to? Should that be anybody else's problem? You know what I mean? That's your life to live, right?
Do you know what? I always say to my partner that whatever goes, I'll get to our comment in a minute. Whatever goes on outside our front door or our back door has basically got fuck all to do with anyone else. What happens in our house is us. She supports me, I support her, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, you know, I did a lot of thinking about this, right? And when it comes to mental health and all that, because if John's happy, right, and there's joy in his life, why would I not want him to be happy and have joy in his? I don't get it. Like, it's none of my business who John, or when it comes to that, right? It's none of my business who you're in a relationship.
Yeah, Julie, I did see that documentary. It was horrendous.
So, John, you're trying to find a doctor now? Oh, okay. So you're all right. I give you.
I can always help him.
Yeah, Adam is open to help anyone.
Absolutely, that's what I'm here for.
You can there's no doctors or anything, John. I mean, find a doctor about depression and free bill, but so it's free. Are you saying it's free in the Philippines to find a doctor about depression and free but failed? Yeah, can you explain that a little bit? I know you might be hard with English. She thinks women should always wear makeup. That's so funny. The first comment's a joke. I mean, your first line right here is completely not right. Well, all of it so far. She only cares about the image. Oh yeah, mental health. She thinks women should always wear makeup. Okay, let's start there.
Do you know what? I want to bring that up because
this is a great topic.
Well, I've been with my partner on and off for over 15 years. Yeah. And there's only once within that she has ever worn makeup. And
that's how my wife is.
Yeah, she's only ever worn makeup once.
The only time my wife ever wore makeup was for Halloween.
My partner doesn't like Halloween. She doesn't.
Yeah, I swear that's the only time. So let's break this down right here. Wear makeup, okay? So you're covering up your natural self, right? So I don't agree with that. You don't have to have your hair done, right? We're all human. Yeah, so the makeup thing's a joke. I mean, no offense to your mother. This is just my opinion, Adam's opinion, whatever. Mental health should not be shared outside the family. Huh? That's funny. Then why not?
Exactly why. I believe mental health should be shared with all.
That sounds very controlling, doesn't it? She don't want you to leave without makeup. She wants you to have your hair done. She only cares about her image or your image, and mental health shouldn't be outside the family. That's I don't agree with any of that.
Right. I'm going to read that comment. She thinks women
Here, I'll put it
should
back up there.
always wear makeup and have their hair done. She only cares about the image we portray. That's narcissistic behavior.
It don't even make sense, dude. Most parents don't promote makeup and shit like that until a certain age. You know, they won't even let your kids do it. But why not be your natural self, right? Say what you want, my typing is bad. I don't understand why you would push that onto your daughter. 'Cause you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a parent that likes like addicting to beauty pageants. You ever see them parents? Like they live through their kids and they want their kid to be this beauty pageant. And the
Yeah.
kid just does it because they're like forced to do it.
Mm,
A lot of parents do that. They live through their kids, right? Maybe their career never went nowhere.
yeah.
Oh, this one? Say what you want. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna call her no names, but
No.
I don't agree with that at all. Like,
No, that is definitely narcissistic behavior.
I think a natural woman is better looking than a woman. See, that's the problem with society, right? When you go back to that point, like when we talk about truth and being real, right? Look at all these things on the internet that you could be whatever you want. You can do these makeup on your face. What do they call it? What are the things called where you change your look? You know what I'm talking about?
Filters.
Filters. Yeah, filters. Like no one's real no more. I couldn't imagine being in the dating scene. Like you meet the person, they probably don't look like the person that you seen on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many ways to change your appearance on the internet. Like what's real anymore?
Exactly.
And then it's a safe spot. It's a safe place to bully people. It's a safe place to say whatever you want without consequences.
Yeah.
Like what if me and you got in an argument right now and we started saying bad things? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna go to the UK? Are you gonna come to America and find me? You know what I mean? It's a safe place to, say ignorant shit to people.
Yeah.
Oh, Sullivan, yeah. Them filters are so weird, man. Like there's some people I see on Facebook, it's like, dude, what do you really look like? Every picture you're in has a filter. Like I don't even know what you really look like in real life.
There's another statement that I don't agree with. It's when people say what you see is what you get. I don't believe in that whatsoever because there's a lot you can provide from the inside, but because of all the anxiety and the trauma that you've received and experienced, you put your boundaries up, so you're very much reluctant to actually showing all of what you can do.
That's a good point, though. I never thought about it because if you go by what you see is what you get, then you're relying on
Others, yeah,
and then the appearance of the person, right?
Exactly.
So if you see me right now, so say we never met, you see me, this is what you get. Well, you don't even know anything about me yet.
Exactly.
That's a good point, dude.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that one before.
Now you have.
Yeah. How can we change that? What could you make that? What you see is what you see. You never know what you never know. I don't know.
How can we change that? Easy. Basically, stop giving a shit about what people think about you. Now, I know damn well that in the world, people are going to be talking about me, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. All we can do is let them get on with it. Because in the day, they're actually spending time out of their own miserable lives to talk about us, which shows there's something wrong in their life rather than ours.
You see this comment here? My sister had a genetic bypass surgery. She's new for years, and that was real nice of her. Yeah, your mom seems like a very pleasant woman. No wonder you don't talk to her no more. Like this irritates the never ending piss out of me, dude. Because kids are so like to call your own kid fat, dude. Like that is so fucked up, man.
That's gaslighting.
That is
and
so
body
fucked
shaming.
up. Like, I mean, your self-esteem for your child is going to be out the window, dude. When your own parents call you names like that is so wrong, dude. That irks me, man.
Yeah. Well, this is why young people are always camera shy, or the body shaming themselves, or they're very much obsessed with keeping themselves to a certain way, or developing an eating disorder, whether it's bulimia or whether it's anorexia, because of all this bullying and gaslighting behavior they receive.
Yeah, do you think the internet plays a big role, right? Because there's this image you got to keep up with, right?
Like you have to question how many people who are in like beauty pageant shows have an eating disorder.
Right.
That's what you have to question.
Yeah, the internet is like, why can't people just be real, right? Like
Well,
what
the,
we're
internet-
like
the internet's not safe anymore.
like I'm not saying we're better than anybody, but the shit we talk about is real life issues, right?
Yeah.
We don't care what you look like, what color your skin is, where you're from, how much money you make, what you do for a living. We understand that life's a struggle, and we all come from different areas of the world, right? We all struggle with different circumstances, right? None of that
Yeah.
shit matters, right? I don't care if you wear makeup or not. That doesn't change the fact that you're sick, right? Or you got depression, anxiety, or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like think about this. Everyone here right now, we're older than Google and we're older than YouTube. We never
That's
had
true.
any of that. Like when it came to our lives, take away the abuse I experienced, I was never inside.
Yeah.
Any sort of weather, whether it's thunderstorms, rain, snow, whatever, I was outside.
That's a great point.
Yeah. This is why I'm always saying kids today do not know how to be kids. They don't, because they're relying on like PlayStations, Xboxes, YouTube, and all that.
Yeah, I when a couple of years ago, I don't know how long ago it was, but I was on YouTube. I like YouTube, right? I like to watch a lot of shit on YouTube.
It's educational, yeah.
Yeah, and I seen this dude like playing a video game, right? Like he was like in his 20s or whatever, and there was kids watching him play this video game, right? And they're paying him. Bro, when we grew up with me and you in the same room, and you're playing Nintendo and it's my turn, and you don't give me the remote, we're fist fighting.
Exactly, yeah.
Like I hated waiting my turn to play a game. Now you got kids not even playing the game. They're paying somebody else to play the game for them.
Yeah.
Like what has society come to?
Exactly.
Everyone knows as a kid, like I'm 42, man, but everybody wanted when Nintendo came out, everybody wanted their turn. You know what I mean? Like now kids won't even like, are we that lazy that we don't even want to play the game? We just want to watch somebody else do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why you would do it to learn like tricks or how to get to the next level. We didn't have that. I mean, it wasn't a cheat code, but
the cheat code, like what we're putting out on Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
I still remember the one from Contra though. Remember Contra?
No.
Yeah, there's no cursive no more. Yeah, there's no manual cards. That's so funny about the manual card thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, like how do you sign something? Let's talk about that for a minute. How do kids sign something? How do you sign a check if you don't know how to write in cursive?
Do they still do checks?
How do you do documents? How do you
The
sign
real
your
question
taxes?
of this is, do they still do checks?
And where I'm at? Yeah.
They don't. I don't know if they do them here.
Yeah, we still gonna write checks. And play Fortnite. Come over to visit.
Exactly.
Yeah. The internet is a sad. I
do.
think I have no kids, so this is just my opinion. I know it's harder to do than say, but I would limit it, right? If my kids had internet, you would get so many hours on the tablet or so many hours on the phone, and then it's done, right? I think a lot of parents nowadays, and this is where the separation comes from parents and kids, and understanding is because that's how we teach, that's how we learn, that's how we make kids stop crying. We give them a phone, right? We give them a phone. Here, play with this, right? Here, play with this phone. Just to keep you busy, right? By the time the kid's 10, he knows how to use the phone better than you.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it is, because they don't understand the stress that we had. Because, like, for example, if we wanted to watch a film on like a videotape, which they don't do anymore, it's like if we want to watch that film again, We can't just put it in and it starts from the start. It starts from the end, and we have to rewind it all the way back. Now you could just go on Netflix and just press start from the beginning again.
Yeah,
That
it's so
easy.
so funny, dude. Remember like how we had tapes back. How old are you, Adam?
I'm 33.
Yeah,
So
we had
I
tapes
not
back-
understand, yeah.
we had tapes back in the day, and like you had to record it. I remember waiting for the song to come on the radio station, right? And you had to put like paper towels in the tape,
Yeah, you did, yeah.
and then you hit play right as the music comes on, so you could have it. You know what I mean? And it's so funny.
Yeah, another bit of stress. And my partner told me about this the other day. Is when you've got an MP3 player in your pocket and you listen to music, and halfway through the song, while walking like to school or whatever, it just skips that song.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's just.
I remember walking around the block and playing, and you had, you carried your CD player with you. It was this damn big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a CD in it. When the CDs came out, dude, it was like the greatest thing ever. Went from like 8-track, then you went to tapes, then you went to like CDs, and I remember and then it came to like you could put a tape in your tape player and then play from the CD player. You know what I mean? And then Bluetooth came out.
Yeah,
it's a whole different world we live in now, dude.
It is, and like back to the internet as well, like that. We had something. I don't know if you got it in the States, but we had something called dial-up TV, where basically, if someone's on the internet, you cannot make a phone call. Like we didn't have these smartphones growing up or anything like that. We had these brick phones, or a landline, and if you are on the phone, all it gives you is this big screaming noise down the phone, and your parents always shouted at you if you're using the internet to get off the internet.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday at work. Like when you had the phone that hooked up into the wall, right? So you'd be talking to your girlfriend or whatever, and then like someone will get on the phone, hey, I need the phone, right? And then you'd be talking and shit, but I gotta go. You hang up, I'll hang up, you hang up, I'll hang up, bye. You know what I mean? And then you finally hang up, and then like you're like, oh, did you use and then never use the phone anyway. They just wanted you to get off of it, right? And then call waiting came out. You know what I mean? You put someone on hold, and then the caller ID came out. You knew who would call.
Funny, well, it's like that as well, and I think they still do it now. Where, like when it comes to the price of the phone bill, where like I used to do it with my partner, where we was on the phone for an hour, then we had to hang up and then ring back again, and so it doesn't charge more.
That's funny. Man, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think back to that stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, our mobile phones growing up, we actually had to leave the house to and go to these phone boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what our mobile phone is. And if we wanted to know if someone was in, we had to go to their house, and like if their bicycle or whatever was in the front yard, then we know they're in. But if it's not, then we know they're out. Now they just text them. It's like, why?
Yeah, it was funny back, and you had to remember the phone numbers, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You had to memorize phone numbers. I don't know any. I know my wife's number. That's it. You know what I mean? I can still remember.
I only know mine.
I can still remember my my friend's number growing up. You called that number so many damn times. I can still say it right now. But now, like, if you lose your phone, dude, you're doomed.
Yeah. For years, when I was like getting a new phone, or even when I did have a new phone, before I swapped everything over, I used to go through my phone book and used to write everyone's numbers down.
Yeah, you had to, man.
You had to. Yeah.
Like if someone broke in your house, I said this before, but if someone broke in your house and stole your phone, dude, you'd be devastated. They could take everything else, but they take your phone, you'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like everything's on that damn thing. Yeah. All your numbers, everything, dude. Maybe your passwords and stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different world. Like you said, back to being a kid and playing, dude. That's all we did. Like we got yelled at. Get inside, it's dark. You know what I mean? When you're out there playing hide and go seek or whatever. It don't happen no more, dude.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't.
I think it's bad, especially for like interaction with kids,
Yeah,
just to learn how to socialize. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
And be real.
I agree.
The internet's can be a very fake place to be.
Oh, it definitely is. There's a lot of fakes out there. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? People would just be whatever they want. Like, I mean, look at catfish. Like, look at all that catfishing. Like, that's so big now.
What's catfishing?
Like when like you say, you ever see that show? So it's for instance, you're talking to a chick in the line, right? And she like has all these pictures, but she'll never show her face. You know what I mean? But she has this. You have this image of her, right? And you build a relationship over months and months and months, right? And then when you want to meet with them, but they'll never meet with you. Blah 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 blah. But there's this dude that would make them meet up. In a sense, he'd reach out to this guy, they finally meet up, and maybe like 20% of the time when they would meet, it would be the true person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Half the time, it'd be a totally different person than what they were talking to for the past year, months, or whatever.
Yeah.
Big catfishing. We just lied to them. And they have this online relationship, but then when they meet in person, it's not even the same person. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And then they ask them like, "Why do you do this?" And people are like, "Oh no, it made me feel good because someone wanted to talk to me and shit." Well,
Yeah.
be your true self.
Feeling sorry for that person. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But I think just being honest is very important in life, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah. Straight to the point. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to shoot, but it was good talking to you again.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for coming up here in the mornings, man.
Yeah. I'll send you that link next week.
Yeah, bud. Sounds like a plan.
And obviously, if you're around, it'll be 4 p.m. today. Your time. That'll be live.
Yeah, okay. Well, you want me to jump on or just be in the comments or what?
Yeah, you can be in comments if you want.
Oh, yeah, I'll come over there. I should be around that time.
Yeah. Discussing mental health isolation.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll see you around, man. I'll be live tomorrow too, probably.
Yeah. All right, then, buddy.
All right, buddy. Be cool. See ya.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
That's Adam, everybody. If you don't know Adam, he has Mental Health Warriors. Good guy. He's always willing to come up here and chat. He's doing his own thing. We're going to do some things together. All right. I got these new speakers with this damn thing, and they are trash. Hopefully you guys can't hear the static, but there's like some major static with these things. I got to throw these in the trash, get some other new ones because I can't listen to that all day. I guess I could turn it off if no one's on here. But back to the question, right? Cruz, I go live. Where you? I mean, for me, it's 4 a.m. So I've been live for what, an hour and 33 minutes. So it's 5:33 here. But I'll like on the weekends is a little later. I'll sleep in a little bit, If you're new here, the reason I do this is because if you guys know with mental health, so you have these plans, right? And you have things you want to accomplish. In the morning, I'm very, very ready to go. I'm always ready to go in the mornings, man. Like my mind's right. That's why I do good. That's why I do it in the morning, right? And another reason is I would go all day at work and be like, I'm going to do it, but something would trigger me, and then I get upset or depressed, and then I never do it in the evenings, right? So I said, you know what? I'm just going to get up in the morning and do this, right? I get up in the morning and do it, and then it's like I accomplished it, right? It's done. I don't got to worry about coming home and keep letting myself down and others, right? I can just do this in the mornings, be dedicated, be disciplined, and get it done. You know what I mean? So that's why I start so early, and that's why a lot of people want me to go in the evenings. But sometimes, I'm just exhausted. It's a long day, Like yesterday was a long day. I didn't even and I go to bed early, right? So I can get up and do this. Is it Canada time? No, it's Eastern Standard Time. So it's Eastern Standard Time. 5:34 a.m. Yeah, and it helps me, dude. This is like my therapy. I try to help others. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a doctor. I'm not nothing like that. I'm just a regular dude, like most of us that are on here. And yeah. The hardest part, we'll go back to this hardest part about mental health, right? Not allowing it to take over. The fact that I fall so deep that I lose myself and was consumed by my inner voice. I almost lost everything. This is how it affects you, right? Good days and bad days. I have everyone believe you're making it all up. Lauren, yeah, this ain't this. We don't even making this up, right? This is real life. Karen, people don't understand. You can't just get over it. How many times does someone tell you that, right? Just to get over it. Just get over it. Yeah, if I could just get over this, I wouldn't be um doing a live broadcast, podcast, whatever this is, every morning. If I could just get over it. If I could just get over it, I wouldn't even be doing this. I would just be sleeping until 6, and then life would be happy. But that's not how this shit works. Good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for the great conversation yesterday. I'm gonna post a clip of that too. I'm gonna that conversation. That was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool moment. Living in the thoughts in my head. People not believing you because you seem fine to them. Right? Just because we seem fine doesn't mean we are, right? Yeah, Zook, exactly. Like, and then there's another debate where a friend of mine brought up is depression a choice, right? Remember we talked about that a little bit? Like, is depression a choice, right? Do we choose to stay depressed? Like, there's times where we don't even understand why we're depressed. So I don't think you really choose it, right? But then do you choose to stay in that state of mind, right? I mean, that's a good conversation. Like, okay, so we don't know. Sometimes we don't know why we're depressed, right? But do we choose to stay depressed? You know what I mean? If that makes any sense? I think to a point, he's right about that, the one that's in school, the ones in Canada, correct? Well, hopefully that conversation yesterday helped, man. I was told my wife about that as soon as she woke up. It was pretty cool. And you know what's crazy about that? Remember how you wrote that comment about not sharing that on your page, like on the page and stuff, and to your family and all that. And sure as shit, when that video was done, that was the comment that was on the screen. Did you notice that yesterday? I have no control over that. But it just blew my mind how that was the comment up on the screen. Like when I posted it, I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah, that was not my doing. How the ability to choose depression will not be the fact. Oh yeah, right, exactly. No one would want to be depressed. I mean, everybody wants joy and happiness, right? Thanks. It's 5:45 p.m. here in the Philippines. Oh, what? Oh, I thought you said Canada. Oh, you asked me if it was Canadian time. Oh. People don't know what we're doing. Thanks, Cruz. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Somebody else was here from the Philippines too. John. John was here from the Philippines. Yeah, Philippines. A lot of people follow from the Philippines. It's people all over the world. It doesn't matter where you live. Like I said earlier, it doesn't matter where you live, what your background is, your race, your religion. It's all. Mark says dealing with people that don't understand. That's a hard part. Like hardly anyone understands. A lot of it's understanding. When I read through these comments, you know what I mean? When you have to push through, not wanting to be there, not wanting to be here, and climbing out of that hole. Fighting to stay alive every day and being so tired, but those who care forget about the illness and get mad when you have to set boundaries and isolate for a while. Yeah, it's part of the game, right? We gotta take care of ourselves. All right. Hate it. Yeah, it is, man. We get in that state. You think we like it because we like living in hell inside our heads, and people don't understand. There's no joy, right? What joy do we get out of being depressed, right? What joy do we get out of putting ourselves down? What joy do we get out of putting our friends and family down, or not being not being our full self, right? Not giving things 100%, not wanting to do anything. It's living hell, right? I try to think of it like this: your depressed can be your life, or it can be your life. It's hard to shake some days, but yeah, for sure, man. Um, it's a battle, right? It's a battle of the mind. Like, one side of the brain wants you to, what you got to do to get right, and the other one just says, "No, you'll be all right. Just keep doing what you're doing." You got to push through it. You know what I mean? You got to find what works for you, and it's different for everybody. That's what's so important about talking about it, right? What works for me might not work for you. That's why I always ask for suggestions. You know what I mean? Because some people might think they're at the end of the rope and there's nothing they can do to get better, or maybe you didn't think about this way. So maybe Ted does something that can help John, and John never thought about. Ted does something that John never thought about, right? So Ted sharing what works for him. John reads it. Now John's like, "Oh, I'll try that." Boom, it works. See what I'm saying? But John might never thought about it. But Ted, Ted does it, and it works for Ted. That's what's so important about, talking about this shit. You just never know. You never know what someone's going through. You never know what can help them. You never know how they look at things, and how you look at things could be totally different, right? But you come to an understanding and you help each other. I mean, there's so much shit to learn about people. But sometimes we focus on things that don't matter, right? Not everybody cares about this, Not everybody cares about other people. Not everybody cares about. They just care about themselves, right? And life's a lot bigger than that. Yeah, it's so many comments on here. I'm trying to. So many people going through things. Needing that pep talk every morning to tell yourself to get out of bed. That's true too, right? It's a battle with your own self. When you feel alone and no one understands, feeling like you're on a merry-go-round. No one sees it as a daily basis, every minute or every day, etching away your existence. Trying to get people to understand you. That's a lot of what it is understanding, right? Not everyone understands how sometimes you don't want to socialize. You just want to be alone. It's weird though, right? Because people, that's crazy because you want to be alone, but we'll get to that. I was at the point where I started thinking, bro, John, stay good, man. You're doing great, buddy. One day at a time, man. You know what I mean? You're here. Just keep going. No, Ted, that's not the answer, bro. Yeah, it's a struggle, man, but you can get through it, man. You got this far, right? Right now, depression is my life. I don't know why. People tell me how lucky I am. Wow, I hate everything about me. Yes, and you see, on the outside looking in, right? People think. I mean, just take Chester Bennington for example, right? The lead singer for Linkin Park. Everyone thought he had the greatest life, blah blah blah. But he sings it in his music, like how much pain he's going through. So money and fame is not the answer to happiness, right? Like what you said right here, right? And everyone thinks, people tell me how lucky you are, right? Your success, right, and someone else's success are two totally different things, right? Like success for Ted might be getting out of bed, right? Every day. Success for you might be working 12 hours a day, right? Success for John might be just eating something because he hasn't eaten 3 days. You know what I mean? It's success is measured so different with people. That's why this shit never works, right? Like, how do you know I'm lucky, dude? You can't tell me I'm lucky because I have things or I do things that you think is luck. First off, shit ain't luck. Whatever you mean by people tell you how lucky you are, whatever that means, right? You did the work to get to where you're at, right? Maybe a little luck involved sometimes for people, but life isn't lucky, dude. You don't get lucky in life, right? If a life was based on luck, half of us wouldn't exist no more. It's odd. I don't actually sit around crying like most people think depression looks like. I just have no desire to do anything, and I have no interest. Yeah, exactly. Depression, it's not all tears, right? Sometimes you can't even see it, right? That's the whole point of the stigma. You know what I mean? Like you mask it so well. Like being depressed doesn't mean you got to sit there and bawl your eyes out every day, or you don't shower, or you don't do anything. You don't go to work, right? People that are alcoholics still go to work, right? It's called a functioning alcoholic. People that are depressed still go to work. People that are depressed still take showers. There's different levels of this shit, right? Then you have people that are depressed that don't work, that don't shower, that don't do anything, don't brush their teeth, don't do shit because they're that depressed. That's why this shit's so hard to break through to people, because it's just not a broken arm, right? It's just not a broken arm. It's not that simple. Thanks for being here, Tim. Thank you. You always show up, and I appreciate it. They say they don't understand why you feel like you do when you have such a great life. I get tired of hearing that. Yeah, who are they to dictate? Here's the thing, dude. Your life in their eyes might be great, right? Think about that. Your life in their eyes is great. You're living your life, right? No one has the right to tell you how great your life is. You can't tell me how great my life is. You're not living it. How can you tell me what to think and feel? You're not living inside my head. This shit is. They say they don't understand why you feel like you do when you have such a great life. Who in the fuck are you to tell me what kind of life I'm having, right? You don't know what the hell I go through every day. You're not in my head when I lay my head down. You know what I mean? You're not sleeping with my brain at night when I lay down. You know what I mean? If it's because there's someone laying beside me, you don't know what I go through. You don't know what thoughts I have in my head. You don't know how long I stay up every night. So what you see on the outside, that's the problem with society. What you see on the outside looks like happiness, but you have no clue. Want to help train service dogs. I met some veterans like that. How do you keep going every day? These guys inspire the hell out of me, and whenever I'm down, I think of them. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I love that, dude. I love that, Sydney. I love that. I love that statement. It gives me chills right now. I got my arms are chilling up because, for one of my favorite boxers of all time, Mike Tyson, said that. He said 5 minutes though, but I use this statement as well, right? But that's the thing, right? They couldn't, but we don't want them to either, right? You wouldn't wish your mental health or depression, anxiety, whatever it is you're going through, right? You wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy, right? That's just the kind of people we are. Yeah, they are. You wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. I said that a lot of times in my life because people don't get it, man. They just don't get it. Like, you really want to know how, like, instead of them saying, they say, you don't understand, you feel like you have such a gear. Ask me about my life. Don't assume because I have something you want that my life's perfect, right? That's the problem. Just because I have something you want or you're striving for doesn't mean my life is great. Like, you don't get it. You don't get it. Material things don't mean shit to me, you know? I'm speaking in general, right? But material things don't mean nothing to me. They used to, but when you get older and you realize and you really Find out who your true self is, right? That shit don't matter, man. What matters is health. Exactly, right? Exactly. But I would trade it with my, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want anyone to I wouldn't want anyone to go through my pain, dude, or my suffering. Just like, the shit I go through. I don't think anyone should have to go through it, right? I think everyone should have joy in their heart, happiness, Joy lasts forever, happiness is just temporary, right? They say I'm lazy or sorry because I struggle with working, but I'm not lazy. I just can't leave. Yeah, there's a difference, right? There's a difference. We all function different, man. There's a huge difference in that. I mean, are some people lazy? Of course, right? Of course some people are lazy. Even the people that bust their ass every day still get lazy. Everyone needs a break, right? That's another thing. Like, you need a break. It's not always about the physical shit, right? It's a mental. Like, I was gonna call in sick today, mental health, right, and see what they said. Just see what they said, because we have sick days and shit. But I wonder what they would say if I called in mental health. So, like, when you call in work, you gotta leave like a message and who why you're off and shit. I wonder what they would say to that. Stay strong, Tammy. What's going on? I'm lucky enough that a traveler says I need a day. Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with that. In other countries, they have mental health days, right? They have mental health days. I mean, why don't people understand, like, your mental health is part of your physical health? It's all linked together, right? I don't understand why that's so hard to understand. Damn, I'm tired. It's been a long week. I wonder sometimes if I'm a failure because others see things in my life so differently than I do. Well, according to all your friends, your life is a perfect life, right? Maybe you don't. The only thing I can say the thing that pops out of my mind when it comes to that is, let me break this down for a minute. Your success, right? Or whatever your friends see in you that's so lucky or perfect, right, is not enough for you, right? Maybe you're not satisfied with where you're at. It's not that you're not successful, but you want more, right? So your friends see what you have. They think it's success and it's a beautiful life, while you're struggling because it's not that way. And maybe you want more, right? Because maybe you feel like you're a failure. Everyone else feels like everything you have is everything they wanted, but you don't want to stop there, right? You want more out of life. See, some people are fine with how far they come. Some people are fine with just working 40 hours a week. Some people are fine just working 5 to 9 and coming home and doing the bare minimum, right? Some people are fine with that. And to them, that's success, right? But for you, it might be different. For you, you might want more. 40 hours ain't enough. You want 80. 80 ain't enough. You want 100. This is an example, right? Everything's different for everybody. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. You can't fail unless, listen, to get to where you want to go, you have to fail, right? Because if you don't fail, you're not trying. I don't care what anyone says. The only way to fail is because you're trying, right? You're not going to fail just staying comfortable. That's why people don't do things, because it's uncomfortable. That's why people don't get up and do what they need to do to get right, because it's not comfortable, right? We're so used to being comfortable. We're so used to just being blah, 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 right, every day. But you want change, right? But change is uncomfortable. Change is dedication. Change takes discipline. It's a lot easier to do things that are not hard, right? That's why it's called work. Or if it wasn't called work, it'd be called fun. Exactly, Cindy. See, this is perfect. You don't want more, right? I know you don't want more. You just want peace. You want to be left alone. You want people to understand you, right? Don't look at me for what I have or what I overdid or what I become as materials, right? Look inside me and realize that there's some unsettling things that I need to work out. And if you would ask me how I am doing, instead of looking at what you think I'm feeling, you might find peace, all right? Yeah, Ted, you keep going, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for opening it up, dude. Not a lot of guys like you got you, John, and there's a lot more guys on here today, which is cool, man. Hopefully it keeps going that way. Cruz is going up through here. John came on here. Adams, of course. But yeah, there's a lot more men here today, which is cool because we need more men to open up. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. Yeah, it's just we get on here and talk about whatever. Don't bother counseling stuff. I feel a person doesn't really truly care if I won't spill my guts onto them. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's John that works for people and some don't, you know. I mean, hopefully coming up here and talking and interacting, sharing your story and what you're going through in life helps, you know. Again, I'm not a doctor. This ain't medical advice. I'm just a regular dude like everybody else, man. I enjoy this. It helps me, right? It makes me feel better about myself. It makes me, you know, gives me purpose. It's good for my mental health for sure. And hopefully I can help people along the way. You know, what better life to live, right? As I'm getting better with myself, I'm helping others, hopefully, you know, and they're helping me along the way. Like what else like that video I made yesterday morning, like what more could you want out of something, right? To have people that understand you, to have people that, you know, struggle. I mean, it's not good to see people struggling, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like it's good to have them. It's good to be in the same room with people that understand. Is what I'm trying to say. It's powerful shit, man. It's hopefully it helps. Yeah, man. I don't ask for nothing for no anybody. You know what I mean? It's not about that, dude. It's really it's free therapy. Yeah, Tammy, I just don't want people to think like I don't know what people think about me. Like it doesn't matter to me what they think about me. I just don't want people to be misled, right? I don't want people to think I'm like a doctor or a therapist because I'm not, right? I'm just going off my life experiences. You know what I mean? And learning each day from people. I don't want people to come up here like so. A lot of people ask me, "Hey, can I talk to blah blah blah?" Like in messages, or your team, or what? Like, there's no team. It's me. There's no team. Like we're a team, obviously, but behind the scenes, like when I comment on something, when you get a comment from mental health and suicide, that's me, dude. I spend a lot of hours commenting back to people because I feel like it's my obligation to do that. You know what I mean? Like I can't ask you, hey, what's your point? What's your advice on you know, depression, and then not even reply to your comment? That's kind of ignorant, right? That'd be like if you ask me a question, or I ask you a question and you're answering, I just walk away. You know what I mean? Like, what would be the whole point? Yeah, definitely. I can't do this alone. I can't sit up here for 2 hours and just have no one to talk to. Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, exactly. It is. I'm a morning person, so. Yeah, man. Yeah, John. I just don't want people to get the, you know, and then you got to be careful, right? That's another reason I do it, because if someone does something, right, and they're like, oh, Travis told me I had to do this to get better, right? You know, people fucking, you don't know what some people have, you don't know what people are up to. But I enjoy it, man. I enjoy the company. I enjoy listening to the stories. I enjoy trying to understand. Like yesterday's dude, when Maria told me, like, she's like, I never heard it in that perspective. Like, I was like, wow, man, maybe I am seeing things different than what other people that you would talk to, you know? It's just a different point of view. Like, that's why I love the discussion, because there's so many times when people say things, I'm like, man, I never thought about that. I never thought of it that way, right? So many times in life, that's what happens, you know? You think it's your way. You think it's the only way to get better. You think it's, you know, you're stuck in that daily grind of that cycle of just keep repeating, and then someone gives you a different advice, right, or different technique. You start doing it and it works. It's like, but you never would have thought of that, right? Unless we talked about it. It's very interesting. It's powerful shit, man. Oh my God, it's 6 o'clock already. All right, folks. Well, I appreciate you. I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know. I got some work to do. I got to go to the dump. Couple running around, but I'll probably be live in the morning. It might not be this early. Yeah, right. I'm just the guy that clicks the buttons. Yeah, Ted, I used to have that problem, man, but I'm totally honest with you. But when I lay down, at night, I am shot, bro. Like I just go right to bed. So my advice for you, what works for me, was stay busy, exercise, whatever you got to do, just to wear the body down. Find some way to, before you go to bed, or some way during the day to get a clear state of mind, whether that be exercise, whatever works for you, reading a book, writing in a journal, just to get all your thoughts out of your head. Right. And then when you go to bed, they're all gone. Yeah, I do that. I like doing that. I didn't do that the first couple of times. I didn't know I could do this, but yeah, it makes you know, I'm not just here babbling. I want to address everyone's concern, you know. You too, Cindy. I appreciate you. Yeah, Ted, in the morning, 4 in the morning, I go live during the week, right? And then if anybody wants to do a live stream with me, right, and you want to share your story, you want to talk about something, we can set a time up. Just message the page. We'll set a time up, right? And then I'll go live. You click the link, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, I do that as well. If people want to share their story, or they have a topic they want to talk about, you can message me and we can come up with a date and time. But yeah, usually it's in the morning, and then you can rewatch it too if you miss it. You'll see I'll post this. This is, once I end the stream, it'll be on the page, right? I try to get it in here. Hey, John. Thanks for being here, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah. I'm getting off right now, but thanks for coming up here. And thank you all for being here, man. It's been a hell of a ride past 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I don't even know how many weeks it's been now. I'd have to look back at that, but anyway, you too, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Stay strong. All right, guys, I got to roll, but might see you later. If not, tomorrow, right? No problem, Ted. You stay strong, buddy. You're not alone, man. You know what I mean? One day at a time. That's all we can do. Believe in yourself, right? It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have struggles. It's not okay to give up, though, man. There's no reason. You can get through it here. Be strong, guys. I'll see you later.